Okay. Hi everyone. So today I am going to talk about my finger. If you look at this lovely beauty, my finger is peeling and it's all bruised up, and I will go through what happened. So Tuesday, I'm gonna get really comfy. So Thursday, so I started school again, and it's first week of school. It started on a Wednesday, and so Thursday I was going to my class, and I was leaving the computer lab, and I turned around, my finger was caught in between the door frame and the door just, well, it wasn't caught until like the door slammed and bounced off my finger. And so then I was in pain. I was like, ow! And so, joy. I was in a lot of pain. It blew up pretty quickly. That was lovely. And so then this part of my finger became really black. Not black. It started to like discolor a little. But it wasn't until the next day that I could tell it was like, you can even tell now, like it's a very large amount. It's much bigger than my normal sized middle finger. And so I have pictures, and I'll show you at the very end the progression of it. I don't have like a ton of them, but I do have like almost every day. But anyway, so Thursday I was in pain. Then Friday I was in a lot of pain. And since this was turning really blue, this area that's black right now turned really blue. And I was like, I'm in so much pain, and that was not fun at all. So then after that, what happened? Saturday came around, my sister got me a splint for my finger and adhesive tape, and that's because I didn't know if it was broken. I couldn't feel it. Had to do RICE, the method RICE, which is rest, ice, compression. Wait, is that compression? Rest, ice, pretty sure it's compression, and then elevation. So I was doing this for like a good Saturday, Sunday. I was just raising my hand. I was like, this hurts, I'm in pain. And it was lovely. I have a picture of that, and I'll also put it at the end. And then on Sunday, what did I do? I just rested. I was like, I'm not doing anything. I am resting, not doing a thing. And I wanted to go to the Student Health Center on Saturday or Sunday, I tried to get in contact on Sunday, but they're closed on the weekends, which is really unfortunate and not very smart, because a lot of students are on campus, and they do get hurt on the weekends, obviously. I didn't go Thursday or Friday just because I was really busy, and it was just awful. And also, like, I've looked on their website, and they're like, walk-ins are welcome, but it's not guaranteed we'll see you today. Like, joy. So anyway, so I went to class Monday, and my teacher who I worked with over the summer, she was like, you didn't go to the doctor yet. And I was like, no, but I have an appointment at 5 because my class ended at 4:45. And she was like, no, you need to go now. And I was like, but my appointment's at 5. And she's like, go see if you can get another appointment. And so I was like, okay. And so then I called them again, and they were like, oh, an appointment opened up at 3. So my teacher was like, okay, you're out of here. And I was like, okay. So then I walked over there, and it was pouring rain the past few days before that. Not good. And so then I got it checked out, and so I went to the waiting room, like signed myself in and went to the waiting room, got the usual like blood pressure, height check because it was my first time there, and then I waited for a long time, and then she looked at my finger, my doctor, and she was like, well, what we could do is drill a hole into the nail and take out the fluid, which, I mean, didn't really scare me. I don't have like a fear for like doctors or anything, so I'm like, fine, that's totally fine. And then, but she was like, it could be broken, and if it's broken, we're not going to drill it, so we're going to send you to get x-rays. So I went to go get an x-ray, and so the lady was like, okay, I'm going to need you to, move my hand in a certain way, so I'm going to use this like as because she had me put it on like a mat thing. It's 4 back, oh yeah. So she had me do it like this, and then like pretend you guys are like looking from above, so it's like this, and then it's like this, And then she gave me like a cube thing. It was like a foam cube thing, and she was like, give me the middle finger. And I was like, okay. So I gave her the middle finger, and then we found out it wasn't broken, so my finger's not broken, it's just really bruised, and so I don't have to wear a splint, only if I really need like super extra protection. And it got really, really black. So it's already guaranteed that my fingernail's going to fall off, which is really going to scare me because I love to paint my nails, and you guys know that. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm okay with it. Like, sometimes it hurts, like, if I accidentally, like, slip my hand on something, or, like, hit my finger, or, like, even, like, use the muscles that go through my middle finger, like, it hurts. But not, like, unbearable pain like it was when it first happened. So I'm just like, it's okay. I got this. So 2013 has been an awesome ordeal so far. But yeah, that's what happened. But I'm just grateful nothing's broken. And the reason why my skin is peeling around here is because of the adhesive I used. And the reason is because my fingers and hand sweat. So, I know it's like TMI, but like, they sweat, and so I can't like keep any kind of tape or band-aid around. If I use a band-aid, it's not as bad unless I change it every so often. But the adhesive tape, it was waterproof, and once like water gets on my finger and then like it holds on, it starts to break my skin out. So now my skin is breaking out just on my middle finger. It's lovely, right? And so yeah, so that's my story. But yeah, so don't hold your finger. Not hold your finger, but don't get your finger caught in a door. Not like this girl. So yeah, but I mean, I can write with this finger now. I can't write on it for long periods of time or it'll start hurting really bad. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please let me know if anything like this has ever happened to you, and I will see you guys later. Bye!